What's up, everybody? It's Mikeywizard here, back on the Mikeywizard Music Show. Oh yeah, you already know it. I got a special guest today. His name's Remi Rhymez, super dope rapper, super awesome lyricist. His flow is like no other. You probably can't keep up with it unless you got a freaking Mustang that can go about 1,000 miles per hour. Remi Rhymez, what can you tell? What can you tell the audience that might not be familiar with who you are?
I'm a handsome black kid.
That's a good way to start.
No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm just like a kid that's trying to like live his dream throughout like arts and stuff like that. Yeah, that's like the big picture that you need to know about Remi Rhymez, really.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's awesome. This guy works hard. This guy goes door to door selling stuff to fund a lot of the projects. I mean, this guy's got the hustle on. He's involved with music. He's involved with theater. He loves acting. He's natural at reading a script or even just reading some lyrics off of something that he wrote and just remembering it like crazy. So if you want to get serious about making music and having some awesome, meaningful music, I mean, really having music that's impacting and has a message behind it, this is a man to talk to right here if you're in Yuma AZ. So let's go and get started. Oh yeah, man, of course, man.
Right.
So let's go to get started. I mean, you and me, we go way back, man. I mean,
definitely, bro.
Not even like super way back. We met in May, I think it was.
Nah, I think it was like January. It was last year.
It was last year?
We met like a few months before like we started working together. Because I was like selling like at your house. And you were like, yo, I do this music and stuff like that, we should link up. And I was like, sure, we can like see what's going on. And then like a few months, like I was just like selling again, and you you introduced me to this studio. I was like, dang, we should work together here.
Right. Yep.
And I was like, dang,
you're right,
we should. And then the next day I was in the studio and I recorded 110 Degrees. Yep. And by the way, 110 Degrees is going to be out January 12th. Don't forget that.
Yep, I remember that. No, yeah, you're exactly right. I remember like the first time, I mentioned it to you. I was like, yeah, I do music, but we didn't really take it anywhere. And then the next time you came in, I was like, all right, just come in the studio. I'm not even going to say anything. Just come in the studio. Just take a look at what's going on. And
yeah, bro.
And yeah, and I think that's the moment when like we kind of clicked. We were like, okay, this is going to work. Like we're going to do some dope stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was going to work. Yeah,
that was dope. And even when we started first recording, like we were busting out songs like nothing. I mean, like,
dude,
we were busting them out with the first like recording day. Like we recorded 110 Degrees, right?
Yeah, we recorded 110 Degrees. We recorded like freaking, I think like page 9.
Yeah, page
1. I think like those 3 songs we recorded in like 2 hours.
Yeah, we did it in like 2 hours, bro. I picked you up, you had your candy, you were ready to freaking go, and we just knocked it out like nothing.
Yeah, and like the next time I was recording Rhymez, Leslie, page 5 too.
Yep, dang, man.
Yeah, like we were recording like the first 2 days we were there, we were recording 3 songs in like under 2 hours. That was crazy, dude. That was crazy, and I'm excited for this album to come out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of you guys who aren't familiar with all the titles we're giving out, these are all songs that are going to be on Remi's new album that's coming out. What date?
February the 16th.
Yeah, February 16th. It's coming out February 16th, and it's called My Diary is My Notepad. It's great. It's awesome. It's well put together. We had a lot of fun doing it. What else can you tell us about the album, Remi?
The album is gonna be out on my 18th birthday. Actually, it's gonna be out on my 18th birthday,
nice.
And like it's kind of like it coincides with that day because it's with My Diary is My Notepad is about me. This album is like my diary because like that's why the song is called, like the album was called My Diary is My Notepad, because this album is my diary. This is like everything I wanted to say as like a teenage rapper that I felt like I couldn't say because I had like worries about it. Like, how could a kid go through this? I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna like be out of Yuma like in a like next year. I'm gonna become a new man, and when gonna become a new man, I'm gonna become a new person. I want to become a new artist, and by becoming a new artist, I wanted to come out with like a breath of fresh air when it comes to my content. So that's how it came to be.
I love it.
That's how it came to be. And I really think it was like cool for me to like release it on my 18th birthday.
I think that's dope. I had a lot of fun making that with you.
It was a lot of fun
because
dude.
it was kind of just like you would tell me how you felt, and then I would just take that and then, you know what I mean, and make a beat around that, and then you would just have the lyrics perfectly written, all of it almost all of it memorized already after a day of like having the beat. It was impressive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're talking about moving away soon, right?
Yeah, dude.
So that's awesome. I kind of want to tell people, I mean, how did all of this like rapping start? Where did you start for the people who aren't super familiar with your background? Because even I don't know every single, nitty gritty detail. I mean, it's been like a year since we first met.
Yeah.
Almost a year. So I'm still learning about you, but where did you start? Were you 6 years old and your dad was telling you you're going to have to rap, like a Michael Jackson kind of thing? Or was it like just last year? I mean, what can you tell us?
When I started rapping, I was like, it's crazy because like I'm like such a huge wrestling fan. I've been such a huge wrestling fan since I was like 6. And like there was John Cena who had this like Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick, and like he was like when he was like a rapper. The Doctor of Thugonomics, he was like a white rapper gimmick. He was like a wigger gimmick. He had this like wigger gimmick, and like he was rapping to his opponents. And I was like, oh, that was so cool. I was in the 5th grade, and like I was not getting along with everybody. So like, hey, you know what? To the people I wasn't getting along with, I'm gonna like rap you out like John Cena. And then like it became a bit of a habit to when I started like writing like raps. At first it was writing raps for like fun, and then it started to like get serious and it started to progress.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I saw a video of you when you were, I don't remember, you were still maybe 14 or 15.
Yeah.
And you were rapping. I mean, you were a lot younger then, and I mean, you even then, I could tell you had the skill. You still had the flow. You still had the witty bars and punchlines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's impressive to really see someone at such a young age. How old are you right now?
17.
17 years old, being so hungry for this kind of career. You know what I mean? It's awesome. It's inspiring for me, even as a beat maker, a producer, and for lots of other artists here.
Yeah, dude.
So I think that's awesome.
Appreciate it.
I got a question for you. So out of all the music that you have out right now, none of it, not including any unreleased stuff, just all the music that you have released, what's your favorite song right now that you've made?
That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like because I have like a lot of good songs that I wrote, and there's even like a lot of good songs that I wrote that isn't released yet. So I have to like disregard those.
It's
so
kind of hard to just forget about those. Yeah.
It has to be like I have to do like a little process of elimination right now.
Okay.
So it's like no rookies, 6 p.m. in I think 6 p.m. in Yuma. Grimy,
Okay.
April 9th in ASD, and Melody. Melody is like I think it's either ASD. ASD is because it's like everything that I went through like with autism.
What can you tell me about that song?
ASD, ASD stands for autism spectrum disorder, and I have autism. So like it was like it's very hard for me to like, interact with people, tell people's feelings, and like be social all the time. So that's why I'm just in my room all the time, and when you see me at the mall, I'm just by myself, because I don't really have friends that I hang out frequently, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So with like autism, and also autism at a young age, like when I was 6 in the 1st grade, I hated noise. I hated when like the kids were just like bouncing
loud,
around, just like loud. They were just like boisterous, and I was like, no, stop it. To the point where I had to have like earmuffs.
Wow.
To the point where I had earmuffs.
Really?
Every time I had to take a test.
Really?
Yeah. And like to 2nd grade, from like the end of 2nd grade, starting to 3rd grade, I started to develop the habit of talking to myself. And my babysitter and like the people who were in the babysitting, they were like, hey, why do you talk to yourself? And I was like, I don't know. Because like at that time, I was like too young. I was too young to know what autism is. I
Right.
didn't even know
You
what
didn't
autism.
understand. You're like,
I didn't understand.
You're just like, doesn't everybody do this? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, how come you don't talk to yourself?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Was it something like that where it's just like you didn't see anything wrong with it?
Yeah, it was
Right.
something like that. It was
Right.
something like that. And
That makes sense.
yeah. And like when people were like, hey, I was like, hey, you want to play tag? And then people were saying, nah. I was like, okay, I'll just play by myself. And I did. I played by myself.
Wow.
And like when I was little and I didn't have any toys, me and my brother would always have these popsicle sticks and make like Dragon Ball Z's and Power Rangers and like WWE guys like Triple H and John Cena. Even like paper. We would like cut up paper and make our own like action figures and stuff like that.
Right, right.
So we were creative kids. We were real creative kids. Yeah, that's what like ASD was. And also my teachers were they were concerned about me because they didn't even see me like go to a crowd. I was like always by myself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
And it's really taken a toll on me now because I'm 17. I'm a senior in high school. I'm finna graduate in 4 months. And I'm still a work in progress. I feel like everyone's a work in progress, but I'm a
Right.
work in progress with autism. You know, I'm just, yeah, like I still have those habits. And it's like really hard for me to like open up to people and like find new friends.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I see why. Like trying to put myself in your shoes, I could see why that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like your autism has benefited your musical talents or even your theatrical talents at all?
Definitely,
Yeah.
because it always kept me focusing on myself. And
Right.
like being like so focused on yourself, like keeping your nose on what you do, it has a negative impact and a positive
Right, it's got its
impact.
pros and cons.
The positive impact is that I like focus on what I do and I make sure my stuff is straight, you know, like I get good grades at school. Like I know like I keep my music up, I keep my theater up. I know like what my lines are. And the negative things is like I don't know like if people are mad at me of like what I say or do
Right.
or that. Like I
Okay.
can't tell feelings. You know, if I say something and like I offend you on it and like it's on my part, it's my fault, I can't tell it.
Right.
Like I can't tell it right away.
Right.
So like that's a negative thing.
I see.
And also like I have like a very, very bad habit on saying something and not really thinking it through. That's like the thing.
Really?
And like with that and with the negative is that I'm really am a narcissist. I'm a narcissist. Like I care about myself more than anybody else. And I don't really think it's like much of a bad thing, but I think it's just an overbearing thing.
Okay, I see.
You know?
I could see.
Yeah, because nobody likes when someone's like is all about their self too much. There's a balance to everything.
Right.
So that's just something with like with autism. Like those people need to like really find a balance. So that's with the ASD.
That's
and
awesome.
also with autism, it's kind of really hard for me to like find a girlfriend, you know?
Okay.
Finding a girlfriend and like I really have like those like trusted like issues like with myself with insecurities and I don't really feel like I can talk to that person or anything, you know? So like yeah, I've been like so focused on myself that I like when I find a girl that I like, I'm just very like scared, you know?
Right.
I feel like everyone's like that, but like I'm like that the most because I'm scared of like what's the outcome going to be because I have autism.
I see.
Like they wouldn't date me because I have autism because like I talk to myself and stuff like that.
Right.
You know?
Okay, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's kind of like the hardest thing. I haven't really had a girlfriend since the 8th grade. And that lasted for about like 4 days.
It's okay, man, because they're expensive
Yeah.
and they're a big commitment. So
Yeah, they're
when
big commitments.
when you're ready, you'll know you're ready. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think you have a pretty intellectual way of looking at it right now and like where your role sits. You know, so deep down inside, you kind of know, like, man, maybe I'm not ready to commit to this kind of thing. I mean, there's a beauty to that. You know what I mean? Self-awareness is an awesome thing, and I think it's really intelligent.
There is.
So you told us a little bit about your history and where you're at kind of today. What do you have planned for the future? I know you recently got a scholarship to GCU, or you got accepted to GCU. You got some scholarships there and some other colleges. I mean, what do you have planned for the near future and even like the long run for the rest of your life?
The near future, I'm thinking like I'm auditioning to like a little bit like other colleges, like University of the Arts up in Philadelphia. That's like where my dad is. My dad is about like an hour away from there. He lives in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And I'm auditioning there. And if I don't make it there, I'm going to GCU. But if I do make it there, I'm going there because there's a lot more opportunities up in the East. And even if like I don't make it as an actor, I can make it as a rapper. You know, I have like a pretty good momentum up in Atlantic City. It's the East. The East is like a way bigger platform.
It's swarmed with music.
Yeah, it's a way bigger platform. So that's somewhere I can like get on my feet. I have my feet wet on that part, so I think I can get more exposure because it's the East. You know, that's where like New Jersey is. Philadelphia is a huge place to make it, you know. But so is Phoenix.
Right.
You know, like the East Coast isn't really like the only fish in the bowl.
Right.
You know? Like there's other places, there's LA, there's like other huge cities, you know. The East isn't the only way to make it there.
Right. But maybe like compared to Yuma, you feel like you'd have a like somewhat of an advantage just like networking wise and just
Definitely.
eyes being able to see you. Yeah, it makes sense.
Whether regardless if it's in Phoenix or the East. You know, but like if I go GCU's up in Phoenix is like a really private. You went there, right?
I did go there. Yeah,
yeah, you did go there.
It's an awesome school, great school. Also, heads up, the recording studio there is beautiful.
They have a recording studio there?
They have a multi-million-dollar recording studio there.
What? Wait.
It is beautiful. You didn't know? I didn't tell you?
No.
Why did I not tell you?
Why? That's messed up.
That should have been the first thing.
That was messed up.
That should have been the first thing I told you. I'm sorry.
Mad.
That should have been the very...
kind of mad.
It really is beautiful, man. It really is beautiful.
Right.
And if you were to go there, then you'd definitely love it. You definitely have a blast in there. So
yeah. What do you have to minor in to go in that studio? Or is it for everybody?
It's not really for everybody. I wasn't even supposed to go in there, but because one of the artists I work with had the specific minor or major to be able to go in there. He had it, right? So he's in there and he's like, "Hey, I have a producer. Is it okay if we just let him in? Because he's my producer. How am I gonna make stuff without my producer?" Yeah. So they let it slide, of course. Yeah. You know what I mean? If they're like, "Oh yeah, I have this guy, Remi Rhymez. He's a rapper. I'm a singer. He's gonna rap on my singing track," then they would let you in. You know what I mean? But you wouldn't be able to just go in there and be like, "Hey, you're gonna be that. You're gonna be my engineer, and you're gonna be my," you know what I mean? So you could either major. I don't remember what exact majors it is, but they tell you, or it's like $150 fine if you want to just use it like regularly, and that's that covers the year if you pay it. So it's honestly really cheap because the same exact studio setup in Phoenix is like $150 an hour.
Dang.
Yeah.
So like $150 a year?
Right, exactly.
So, okay. That's dope.
That's not bad at all, dude.
Yeah, like I just have to like get enough like good enough grades and like a good enough like score,
right?
Like on my ACT and SAT, so I can get enough money in my pocket for like GCU, and I don't really have to pay for anything. I'll just have money in my pocket, and I'll just use that money in my pocket to like pay for the studio for a year, and I'll be straight, dude.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
Just $600 for all 4 years, dude. That'd be dope. That'll be
dope.
Yeah,
that's good, man.
Yeah. Did he was he like minoring or majoring in like choir or singing or something like that?
It was worship arts, I think is what it was called.
What's that?
It's like you know, if you go to church, people are like worshiping and stuff like that. Like that's when they're like singing and like playing the band. You know, the band's playing and stuff. That's like, so it's like that. So they focus on worship music, basically, is the way it works. So yeah, it's they have other majors and minors. I just don't remember them off the top of my head. But that's the one that he was doing, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so we kind of talked about your new album coming out. We gave out the release date and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What other information can you give us about it? Is there going to be physical copies that you're going to be selling at all, or
Yes, there will be.
Yeah. Okay. What can you tell us?
Actually, I ordered like my physical copies like 2 weeks ago, and they're coming in like today. I mean, not today, like tomorrow. Tomorrow they're coming in, and yeah, they're gonna be looking dope. They're gonna be looking dope. I got them for a good price.
Okay. How much are you selling them for each?
I'm selling them for $10 each.
Nice.
There's something like wrong
That's
with
okay.
it. Oh, okay.
So you're selling them for $10 each?
Oh, yeah, I'm selling them for $10 each.
So if you want to get one, what do you do?
If you want to get one, you can just message me at any of my social media sites: Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, anything. If you want it, if you want a sample of it, I can email you a sample, and you could plan to buy it. I'll just be selling them.
That's fair.
Like I can just sell them I could just sell them in person, or I can just like give it to you to the mail. You could just pay for it. You can pay for that through PayPal. Okay. Too. You could pay through it through PayPal or Cash App.
Okay. And what's your social media? Like, what's the best social media contact you on? What's your @handle or? Maybe like Facebook, just look up Remi Rhymes on Facebook, or
Facebook and Instagram are like my two biggest social media outlets.
So if you guys want to buy an album, of Remi Rhymes, if you guys want to buy a copy of Remi Rhymes' new album, hit him up on Facebook as Remi Rhymes, or you can even DM him on Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. And what's your handle on that, if you know it?
My handle on Instagram is at Rhymez Remi. It's spelled RIZZAYYY_REMI.
Awesome. Yeah. So cool. if you guys want to support him, want to support me, please reach out to him, or even just reach out to me and say, hey, I need to talk to Remi. I really want to get one of his albums, Yeah. Let us know, and we can get you plugged in. So let's go ahead and wrap this show up. Remi, I have one more question for you.
Sure.
And that is, if there's any local, whether it's local or freaking nationwide or in a whole different country, if there's another aspiring artist to be a rapper, you know what I mean? Just kind of how you're chasing it. What advice do you have to them if they're just starting out?
Don't buy your followers. Don't buy followers, don't buy likes, don't buy shares, don't buy plays, don't buy views, don't buy anything. Earn them. Like, earn your likes, earn your followers, because when you earn those you earn them, they're real people, they're tangible human beings. And like, if you buy any followers, likes, whatever the case may be, you're cheating yourself. So don't buy your followers, earn them. Earn every follower, earn every like, earn every play, earn every view, earn every dime you make off your physical copies or your digital copies. Like, earn what you have.
That's right, everybody. Be legit. Be real to yourself. You guys heard it here first. Don't scam it. Work hard. Be patient. You guys, Remi Rhymes was awesome today.
All right.
His music is even more awesome. So be sure to check out his stuff. If you guys want to get a physical copy, be sure to hit either me or Remi up. Remi, it was a pleasure having you on here today.
It's a pleasure.
Yep.
Pleasure. Appreciate it.
And just get ready for more dope hits coming from me and this man right here.
All right. Yeah.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year's. I'm 18. And yeah, I'll be 18. And yeah. 110 Degrees coming out January 12th. The new album coming out February 16th. I'll have like more music videos and more stuff coming up. And I'll also be telling you this. I'll be having a little contest I'll be announcing this month. So keep your eyes peeled on it.
Get ready, people. Thank you for listening so much. You guys have an awesome week. Let me know what you guys liked about this, what you guys didn't like, and what kind of content you guys want to see in the future. Have an awesome day.